What is going on, crypto people? Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler. Dude has taken another L, in my opinion. So listen, fam, the word on the street, according to Eleanor Terrett, the word on the street is the Southern District of New York judge, Catherine Polk Fela, or by Ela, also the judge who's also in charge of the Coinbase case, has thrown out a class action lawsuit against Uniswap, ruling that software, in other words, Uniswap, cannot be held accountable for the losses of its users or the damage caused by third parties. That is significant because the powers that be, right? The puppet masters, who are pulling the strings, they wanted Gary to go in there and try to take down these decentralized exchanges. Right? They wanted them to take them down. They wanted him, Gary Gensler, to take them down. It's not happening. This is another L. This is another L. I saw former SEC attorney J.W. Barrett was basically saying, being quoted in an article, hey, look, with the amount of L's that are taking place for the SEC, it's time to throw in the towel and just, hop on the bandwagon of regulatory framework. So at least you can say you did that. Look, you gave the regulation by enforcement. You gave the regulation by enforcement your best shot, bro. But look, look, Ripple, done. Look, this is the same judge as ruling over the Coinbase case. This is not a good look. It's time to throw in the towel. Let's go over this article. So Eleanor Terrett had retweeted Marvin Amore, who says, another huge victory for the crypto world and software devs. The Southern District of New York Court tossed out a class action suit against us. Let me see here. Maybe Marvin is part of doesn't let me say that. Against us, deciding that the self-driving Uniswap protocol has primarily lawful use and protocol devs aren't liable when others misuse it. The trend in court is obvious. Yeah. Right? I hope this helps with the tornado thing. I don't know. We'll see. But the idea, the tornado thing, that stuff ain't getting thrown out anywhere, right? People getting arrested left and right. But they're basically saying project builds on the blockchain and the project does some wrong, does rug pulls. That's not on Uniswap. Uniswap allowed the project to come and build on and do a thing. So I love it. This is great because it's just is another nail in the coffin of the Gary Gensler enforcement, regulation by enforcement thing. This is from the ruling. In this regard, the court sees merit in defendant's counterpoint that, let me read it from the beginning. So like a suit attempting to hold an application like Venmo or Zelle liable for a drug deal that used the platform to facilitate a fund transfer, there, as here, collateral third-party human intervention causes the harm, not the underlying platform. In this regard, the court sees merit in defendant's counterpoint that this case is more like an effort to hold a developer of a self-driving car liable for a third party's use of the car to commit a traffic violation or to rob a bank. Now, listen, we all understand that. We understand that. But to hear this coming out of the Southern District of New York by the way, another smart woman, by the way, is absolutely, this is absolutely outstanding. Let me go to one of the things that I wanted to share about this from this ruling as well. I think, look, this is another L. Like, because what is this? Because that Gary Gensler was looking forward to going after these exchanges. Which one? I don't know if he was going to pick a behemoth like Uniswap, but he was going to. So Crypto Law put this out. And this is a quote from J.W. Barrett, formerly of the SEC. In cases like this, shout out to you, John Deaton and the team. In cases like this, when the odds shift against you, it's time to settle and move forward, says J.W. Barrett, saying the SEC should also settle with exchanges and shift to collaborating on a regulatory framework instead. Yeah. Massive. So this guy here, Mike Waszak. He's telling me how to spell that. Vashchak. Mike Vashchak. Put this out. I love it. Just over the judge overseeing the SEC versus Coinbase case, same judge, just dismissed a class action against Uniswap. Notice the language. Due to the protocol's decentralized nature, no identifiable defendant. These are key things. These are key. The fact that the current state of cryptocurrency regulation leaves them without recourse. These are some of the wordings that he highlighted, and I just think it's massively important. Another one. Well, let me go through some stuff here. She says, Mike says, there is so much good language in this opinion. My God, SEC staffers must be down bad. They have to be. Listen to what she says here. This is another thing she stated in the ruling. Issuers who create ERC20 tokens are known as developers. Each of them theoretically could register their tokens with the Securities and Exchange Commission, but such registrations are few, as Congress and the courts have yet to make a definitive determination as to whether such tokens constitute securities, commodities, or something else. This is sounding the alarm to the SEC that we know what's going on. And since we, the courts, and since we, the Congress hasn't set any rules, how can you expect them to do what you want them to do, SEC? This is good. In fact, Mike says, so good. Here's another one. This is the judge. It defies logic that a drafter of computer code underlying a particular software platform could be liable under Section 29B for a third party's misuse of the platform. She wrote this in a letter here. As discussed, smart contracts are self-executing, self-enforcing code that contains the terms of the agreement between the buyer and the seller. These contracts, specifically the core and router contracts, this is a judge from the Southern District of New York, allows the protocol to execute trades, determine price models, charge, and distribute fees on a pro rata basis to liquidity providers, auto-convert a liquidity providers deposit into liquidity token and hold tokens in pools until they are ready to be transacted pursuant to a given party's request. And she's given an example. She is on it. It's just an interesting one here. Judge finds that title does not pass to the pool, meaning the smart contract devs and our DAO token holders when you deposit your tokens into a smart contract. Let me read that again. But just because the pool then holds the initial pair of tokens does not mean that the pool somehow holds title to them. especially as applied to software developers and the Uniswap and Uni token holders, who at most can issue new versions and contracts, but not assume title. That is the purpose for which the liquidity tokens are provided, to give liquidity providers a mechanism not only to accumulate fees and earn passive income, but also to cash in their tokens in exchange for the return of their liquidity once they choose to exit the pool. Like this feels like this judge has been hopping on some DeFi platform. Wow. Given these facts, the court cannot see how title transfers at any freaking point. Yeah, I mean, massive. Absolutely massive. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but somebody got harmed. A group of people got harmed by a rug pull, by a code hack. I don't know what it was. And they look to be made whole in the legal system. That's their right, obviously. But to put the onus on Uniswap, just that doesn't cut it. Doesn't cut it, in my opinion. Doesn't cut it. It's up to you as an individual investor to do your homework, do due diligence. What's the other word? Portfolio management. Did you ape in? Or did you put 1, 2, 3% into this thing? Check it out, see how it goes. I mean, this is gotta learn. You gotta learn. But this is a loss, even though the SEC is not the people in court. This is a loss for the SEC, in my opinion, because you know they want to go after these exchanges, especially these decentralized exchanges. You know, I mean, Uniswap's massive. You know they want to be able to go down. You know they got the puppet masters. So this is, you know, these are things that Uniswap's going to be able to use in their defense going forward, should the SEC look to do something. So this is significant in my humble opinion. And she makes perfectly good sense. This is in, right? This is in her ruling. Other judges are going to be able to look at it and take from it. I mean, she dismissed it, threw it out, dismissed the case, right? Now, is that a win? It's a win for people at Uniswap. And I think they're going to be able to use this and take from this going forward. And trust me, when I tell you, they're going to be able to afford some good attorneys. They will put up a fight. You know, SEC is going to have to go after whodunit swap. You're going to have to go after whodunit swap on the Binance Smart Chain. I freaking love it. It just makes perfectly good sense. I love it. So look, I wanted to bring that to you guys for sure, because this is really, really, I think it's breaking news. I think it's important to know. I think this is just about the nail on the coffin. Next one is the Coinbase case. This lady seems smart. She seems reasonable. She seems rational. And it feels like she knows a thing or two about what's going on in the DeFi space as well. It's not a good look for SEC in this Coinbase case. Just not. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap it up. This has been your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you've been hanging out watching the Crypto Siege and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. Look, I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.